There's a school coming up here with a pretty decent field in front of it. I'm going to try to get up to that. There's been some considerable flooding on some roads. At least just hydroplaning hazards right now. You can hear me. I hope you can. I'm trying to pull out yelling.
All right, guys, if you're just joining us, Nick and Joel are in the path now of some possible rotation. And as soon as we log off, of course, this happens. But we have some rotation taking shape here between Cedar Springs and Greenville. And if you can't tell, it was pretty intense or pretty interesting looking right about there. So right here, whoops, still acting up with the radar. Right there, for that one scan, got a decent rotational signature there. So that is an area we're going to watch here as that heads exactly toward Greenville. So we're going to stay on here and make sure this is not going to put any tornadoes down. Again, this is rotating. We did not expect this to rotate. We don't expect this to actually produce a tornado, but it does draw concern just because it is a very clear rotational piece of rotational evident on radar here with a storm. So this is near Cedar Springs and Greenville. This is going to be north and a little bit east of Grand Rapids. We also have two chasers in the area. Yeah, Nick, I can hear you. Nick? Zachary, this is going to be just north of Grand Rapids, north and east of Grand Rapids, near Cedar Springs and Greenville. We wanted to pop on here and get a jump start on this. We hope it dies out here, but it was pretty tight looking there, right there. And you can see we can't stop it at that frame, but I can circle it right there, right where it hits there. This dumb radar is getting on my nerves. So that is going to be between Cedar Springs here and Greenville here. So if you're in Greenville or surrounding areas in Greenville, go ahead and hunker down in your basements. We do have some broad weekly rotation evidence here on radar. Doesn't appear to be tornadic at this time, but that could change very quickly. Again, we have a storm that does show some signs of rotation, although nothing has been evident or confirmed at this time. Looking at radar here versus looking at velocity. Waiting for the new scan. And it appears that it is all but weakened at this point. But again, we're going to stay on and make sure that this doesn't start to intensify. Nick, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. If you can hear me over this rain, I
got
just
you.
to the south of this rotation. Just to the south of it. It's kind of falling apart.
Okay, good. That's what we want to hear. So again, guys, this is just to the north and east of the Grand Rapids metro area. It is going to be between Greenville and Cedar Springs. We have both Nick and Joel on the storm in case it does try to spin anything up. We did have a decently tight area of rotation for one scan, so a few minutes there it tried to tighten up and produce a tornado, but we don't think it actually did. We're going to stay on here for a few more minutes here until we see this is weakening. But again, it was no tornado at this point. It's just some rotation that is warranting some closer attention. And we wanted to get a jump start on this in case it continued to strengthen and tighten. But right now, it appears it was tight for at least a scan or two for about 5 minutes at the very most. And then it weakened back out. It's heading to the Greenville area. If it continues on its track, it'll be Greenville, Belding, Orleans. Again, no tornado on the ground right now, but we do have some rotation that we are closely watching. Shannon, Oakland County, we don't expect any severe weather over there. Some pop-up storms are possible, However, we don't expect severe weather on the east side. Yes, northeast of Grand Rapids, Cedar Springs, Greenville, that area in particular. Both Nick and Joel are right up on that storm. They're in position for it. Looking at the radar, waiting for the next scan. Again, it was tight for a minute, and it's now weakened. We'll go ahead and take a radar full screen here for a second. You can see it tightened up there just for a brief second. This is not the product I want to look at. I want to look at the super res relative, storm relative. There we go. This one shows where it was tight for a brief second right there, and then it broadened back out. We're waiting to see the next scan here and hope it continues to weaken. We'll see here in the next couple of minutes on the next radar scan that comes through. So the area of interest right here as it continues southeast toward the Greenville and Belding areas at about 35 to 40 miles per hour. We need that new scan to come in here. Waiting for the next scan to load. It's a waiting game a lot with this. See the streams here. Go back and check out the streams. So Joel is on the north side of this, and looks like Nick is right up
Brian,
here.
I am just north of Greenville.
Yeah, I see you. Looks like the rotation is shifted to your south. Again, the rotation is shifted to your
way
guys'
south
south.
of me, Ryan.
Yeah, it's cycled to your south. It's going to be north of Grattan now.
That's back the way I came.
Right, so the storm is cycled now, and the rotation has kind of shifted to the south. Let's go ahead and take it on a loop and see what happened here. So you see it tightened up there, continue. A new area is trying to spin up right here. Let's go ahead and pause it. Radar scope just crashed. We'll get that back up here in a second.
Jenna
Should we
says
back
storm
up?
is cycling again. New area of rotation towards the bottom.
There we go. We good back on screen there?
Yep, you're back up.
All right, full screen radar. So we have this new area that has cycled to the south of the main area. So now looking at Belding and Grattan areas, we're going to keep that circled. We're going to loop it. You can see the kind of pass off on the storm. And yeah, so that's our new area right there. We're going to watch for the next scan, and hopefully that stays very subtle. Again, nothing imminent. Nothing that's going to spin up in the next couple of minutes. It's going to take a few minutes, at least 5-10 minutes. So no imminent tornado at this point, but it's an area that we're watching very, very closely as this continues southeast toward the Belding area. For the comments, severe threat for Saginaw is low. Anything that's not around Grand Rapids Metro right now appears to be a very low severe threat. And again, thunderstorms are possible. Pop-up thunderstorms are possible, but overall severe threat is very, very low. We're going to leave the radar on a still screen and keep that there. This is a scan from 8:37, so we should be getting another scan in here. Yeah, we should be getting a scan in here any minute. We hope that this is going to continue to weaken, but we just want to get a jump start on this just in case it didn't. So we wanted to go back live and make sure we were here covering it just in case something happened. We didn't want to scramble back. Jessica Routley says rotation northeast of Lakeview, ambulances were redirected. As far as we knew, or as far as we can see, there is no tornado on the ground. No tornado that had touched down, unless it was between radar scans. That's a possibility, but nothing that really caught our eye that would be on the ground. The new scan here. Still some rotations. We're going to keep going with this just in case. Nick, it's going to be just directly to your south. You're still here.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm actually going to blast south. Rain's finally letting up.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably close to, let me go ahead and pinpoint this. It's probably not even a mile and a half, 2 miles directly to your south there, Nick. So you're still pretty close to it. So new area of rotation there. This is a new scan. I want to say, is it a new scan? Where is this? Yes, that's new scan. It's circled on your screen. That is an area that was rotating there. It still appears to be very broadly rotating. Again, nothing that we saw touch down. As you can see here, we're going to go ahead and put up another product up. Nothing that really caught our eye there. So just keep that in mind. We're going to keep that back on velocity.
I really be careful driving here. These roads are covered in water.
Yeah, lots of water has fallen. Over 4 inches has fallen around the Grand Rapids North area. So again, very, very intense rainfall there.
I've got some very small dead tree limbs down, a few leaves, sticks here and there. Again, a lot of water on these roads.
So again, area of interest for rotation here, just to the northeast of Grand Rapids, near Greenville, Belding areas. Northern Kent County, I believe this is, and also Malcolm County. So I'm going to watch this, or a few more scans here. Nothing else comes to fruition. We'll go ahead and hop off. Again, what Nick is saying, there's lots of water on the roads. So be mindful of that if you're out and about driving. Lots and lots of water from these storms. So let's go ahead and stay on here and watch new scans here. All right, looks like the latest scan has it completely dying out there. So we are probably going to go ahead and end this stream as well. We're watching. We're going to pop on if anything else happens. Taking one last look at radar around the state. Again, severe weather threat remains low at this time. This complex could produce some severe storms in the form of hail and wind. And I guess we really can't rule up a spin-up tornado in this. But again, the wind shear right now is pretty low, so we don't expect there to be any tornadic activity with this. We do have chasers up that way, so if anything happens, we will have it covered. Nothing south of Grand Rapids, Lansing, Flint currently in the state. We could see some pop-ups, but the models and the overall atmosphere does not support that. And again, up here in northern lower Michigan, we do have some isolated to scattered showers and storms working their way through. And a good look at the UP really quick up here by Marquette. We have mostly pretty much clear areas. We do have some stronger storms moving into the western UP. Again, no severe weather is expected up there, although you could see some decent penny-sized hail and some gusty winds. So again, one last look here at this Grand Rapids. The area of interest is this storm on the left here. It did have some rotation very briefly that could have tightened up into a possible fall tornado, but it did not from our understanding, touched down. We just want to get on the stream here and cover it just in case something were to happen. With that being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and sign off. And in case anything else happens, we are going to be watching and we'll be ready to go live. So thanks, guys, for watching and stay safe.